I think all of us know that there's a thriving world out there and there's a wilting world. It's just an accident of birth that all of us are born on this side. So 9 years back, when I was setting up Youth for Jobs, I actually reflected on how compassion and business can be combined to transform the lives of the underprivileged. When I looked at statistics, it just stunned me. The sheer scale of disability. 1 out of every 7 in the world are disabled, and the numbers are growing. Our census shows 21 million, but the World Bank and WHO reports show the number is actually 60 to 70 million. And 80% of them are in developing countries like India. Their education levels are low. Their employability, says the ILO, is just 30%. So obviously they are poor and a drain on the limited financial resources of families. Can I create a model for scale in this space for India and for the world? I reflected. So the vision for us was to take the disabled and the families from the virtual cycle of poverty to from the vicious cycle of poverty to the virtuous cycle of opportunity through something which I knew best, which I had done all my life. I had done this in the EGMM when I set up the first skilling mission of India. And that was for rural and tribal youth. And then I did it again in the poverty alleviation projects of the World Bank and the UNDP. So I thought maybe it's not so difficult. Maybe it's really easy. All I have to do is to put my learnings of disability on top of what I already knew. Little did I know what's in store for all of us. Disability is one word, but there are 21 disabilities which are recognized by the Act. I decided to start with youth with disabilities who are from rural areas with less education. After all, that's our Bharat. We had roadblocks at every step of the way, both the demand and the supply. When we went to the villages, we saw youth, but where were the youth with disabilities? And when we spoke to the parents shook their heads completely with disbelief. A job for this useless child, not possible, they said. Then for our training centers, we needed special educators, and the best of them had all gone abroad. We needed sign language instructors. There were very few of them available. And the companies, yes, we knew companies because of our previous work. But when they came to the first training center which we set up, they asked us and saw the youth who looked completely different. They asked us questions like, are these youth healthy? Can they work? Is it expensive to hire them? What will happen to the other employees when they see these youth? It took us 1 whole year of struggle to put a template for scale. We were surrounded by cannots at every stage. So our work was to take each cannot and see how we can convert it to a can. For example, my corporate friends told me, Meera, don't attempt to scale across the country. You take the low-hanging, easier to work southern states because this is easier to do. After all, you're not a McDonald's who has a large budget and who can do a cookie cutter approach. But we thought if we've left our corporate jobs, surely we must do what India needs. So we went to the Bimaru states like Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, and now the enrollments are highest there. We also told In the last 9 years, we told companies again and again, we gave them the message of don't hire from sympathy, but you should hire because it makes business sense. In 9 years, we set up 27 centers free of cost, residential, in 18 states of India, to give them 21st century skills like digital literacy, life skills, soft skills. We gave them English in several ways, including inspirational songs. And we got companies to come to our training center to interact with these youth.